Hi there. Are you able to hear me? I've been having a lot of trouble this morning getting online. So if anyone is out there and you can hear me, just let me know that our live stream is on. Can you hear me? Hi there. Hey all. A dramatic morning. I don't know if you guys are able to see me or hear me. Seems like we are on. So I'm going to get started. Hopefully everything is working properly. We have excellent connection. So we are on. Okay, guys, whoever is on there, thanks for joining. And let me go on directly to my commentary for this morning. Okay, so I'm looking at S&P 500 futures. I can see that we have a key support, which is, hi, Hot Dog. I had a lot of problems getting connected this morning. Sorry for the delay. Thanks for joining, Hot Dog. Thanks for giving me some company here. I hope you're able to hear me clearly and you're able to see the screen clearly. I'm on S&P 500 futures. We have this line of support which is holding us for the time being, and right now I think we are just on top of it or just below it. So I don't know how we are going to open this morning. Thank you, Hot Dog. Thanks for the most part. I'm heartened by the fact that we are following. I'm just going to recalibrate the chart. The market is following all the lines. Like, we have this line of resistance that is being respected, we have this line of support that is being respected. Today probably we are likely to fall down below this, and if we fall down below this and confirm below this line, then this will become a confirmed resistance. Right now it's a confirmed support. So the probability of us being between this diagonal line of resistance and this horizontal line of support is pretty high. However, in case we fall down below this line of support, which is what it looks like at the morning, when you look at a drop of 0.74%, I think this is driven by reconsideration of the Fed rate cut and also fears of what is happening in Japan, whether there'll be a flight of capital from US into Japan. So that's what is probably driving the nervousness this morning. Market sentiment is bearish. MACD is bullish. Momentum is above average, but it's dropping. So we'll see what happens this morning. We still have a target of around 6,225.75 for S&P 500 futures based on the head and shoulders pattern that we have had. Now let's go on to NASDAQ. With NASDAQ also, it's the same story. We have a line of support here at 25,218. Right now we are at 25,223.50, slightly above. So NASDAQ is a little bit better position than S&P 500. And again, we have the head and shoulder target of 22,758.50 for NASDAQ futures. Our support for today is going to be this diagonal line of support. I'm going to mark this as green to show that it's a support. So if we did fall down below 25,212.50, which is the current support, then our next support for today is going to be at around 25,044.25. So that's the range for NASDAQ. Dollar index is down a little bit. It has fallen below its level of support of 99.197. So I'm going to mark this red. And our VIX is a bit elevated. It's jumped 11.14%. That is indicative of the fact that there's a little bit of concern. Whenever VIX goes up, the stock market comes down. And we have gold also elevated at 0.82% in the pre-market session out here. And it has broken out of the level that I was talking about yesterday of 4,245.44. So it's already above that. So we are all clear to go and hit a target of 4,661.893, provided we break out above 4,371.660, because that's going to be the next all-time high that we are targeting. And this parallel channel, as we extend it further, is going to give us more leeway with every passing day because it's a dynamic line of resistance. So I'm thinking that gold is looking pretty good this morning. The market sentiment is also improving and tending towards neutral. MACD is bullish, momentum is above average, plenty of room on the RSI. So I think gold is looking good, and I'm glad that I didn't sell any of the gold. I still have it. The only problem is that I didn't buy more gold. So that's something that I would regret, but I'm happy the way it is. Put call ratio is looking pretty bullish right now to me, and let's go on and have a look at our indicators and put some levels of support and resistance. Right now, as you can see, we have a diagonal line of support out here. I'm going to mark this green, and we need to confirm this line of support by staying above this, closing above 6,851.04. Looking at the way the market is shaping up in pre-market session, I don't think that is going to be a possibility. So this diagonal line of support is going to remain unconfirmed at the end of the day. On the positive side, we can say that the MACD is looking bullish, momentum is above average, and there is plenty of room on the RSI for things to go up. But on the negative side, market sentiment is still bearish. Volumes have been decreasing, but market sentiment is slowly improving, but still very bearish. So I would like to see what happens when the market opens. NASDAQ also is in a similar position. We have confirmed a support of 25,207.34. So this is going to provide very strong support for today. And pre-market, of course, you saw that the futures were a bit on the negative. Let us see what QQQ tells us about what's going to happen with NASDAQ. QQQ is down 0.96% in pre-market session, and it's at 613.32. We have a support at around 611.70, and we have another support which is at around 613.42. Bullish. I think we have a little bit of a problem with my internet today. Something is wrong. We got disconnected briefly and we came back again. When we got disconnected, I stopped speaking. So I'm going to get started again. So what I'm saying is that we have got a first level of support at 611.54 for QQQ, second level of support at 605.05 for QQQ. Market sentiment is bearish and improving, but it's still quite bearish. MACD is bullish and momentum is also very strong, with RSI having plenty of room. Let us see what happens with this, because we have a head and shoulder pattern which is likely to take us to a target of 542.87. Is there going to be enough pessimism in the market, enough realization of the fundamentals so that we start dropping? That's the big question. I don't have the answers because I have been bearish for almost 3 months now and I have not seen fruits of my bearishness. So I'm very circumspect about what the market is going to do. AI is looking equally a bit dicey this morning, with NVDA down 1.63%. So NVDA is definitely under the spell of the head and shoulder patterns. And I think for us today, our first support is going to be 173.75. And if we break down below this, then I would be watching for us to confirm this as a resistance. That will be the first order of business for today. And the next support will end up being at 165.94. Once we come down below our support of 173.68, I'll plot new support lines for us in tomorrow's session. Let us see how it goes. But overall, if I look at everything out here, market sentiment, MACD, and momentum, everything indicates to greater weakness in NVIDIA. If NVIDIA is weak, SMH will be weak, AMD will be weak, everything will be weak. And where NVIDIA goes, the rest of the market is also likely to go, with some exemptions like Palantir and Tempus, who are all in the second wave of AI that I'm looking at. Now let's look at Meta, which is down 1.63% in pre-market trade. We have a resistance at 635.74, which is acting as a support today. So 635.74 is the first level of support, and first level of resistance is 651.22. This is the range within which we are likely to be trading today. And if we fall below the support, our next support is going to be at 624.05. So that's the range that we have. Market sentiment is bearish, MACD is bullish, momentum is just above average, trying to pick up plenty of room on the RSI. But if overall market is negative, the delta is going to impact Meta and take it down along with it. So I'm thinking that Meta is likely to be more bearish today as the market goes down. We'll have to see what happens around 10:30 a.m. when most of the institutional traders will be in place, and we'll see how things go. Google is down 0.89% in pre-market trades. We have a gap up that needs to be filled, and now we are getting more sound bites. Even from Citi, we are getting sound bite that NVDA chips are still important for learning and for the data centers. So the hype about the Google chips, which Meta has bought, is going to fade a little bit. So we can see the possibility of Google giving up some gains as doubts start to set in, and that can be the impetus for filling this gap up. Otherwise, we are looking at the formation of a bullish pennant out here. And if we get a few more candles, we'll get a clear idea whether a bullish pennant is forming or we are moving towards a gap down. So I'll reserve my judgments on that. Overall, the market is still very positive on Google. Amazon is down 0.80% in pre-market trade. It will definitely get some support at around 226.46. Sentiment is bearish, MACD is bearish, momentum is the only thing that is going up, but delta of the market can affect Amazon. Apple is down 0.51% in pre-market trade. It's broken out of the bull flag. We have a target for it, which is going to be somewhere around 297.11. But today is going to be a critical test. We have a confirmed support from the top of the flag. Our activity today should be aimed at bouncing off this support and reconfirming our approach to 297.01. If that didn't happen, then we are in trouble. Market sentiment, which was bearish, is almost close to neutral. MACD has become bullish. Momentum is above average. Plenty of room on the RSI. So Apple has to go up. Microsoft is down 0.60% in pre-market trades. It's going to get support at 486.20 right now. It's happening to be at 488 or 489. And we'll also get support from this diagonal line of support for today. So I'm going to mark them green. So there is plenty of support in order for Microsoft, but the trend overall is down. And when we look at Tesla, which is down 1.45%, I'm always amazed at the resilience of Tesla. It's going to get a support at 418.80. I'm still on TSLQ. We have Oracle, which is down 1.25%. California Pension Plan has been loading up on Oracle. So I think they are thinking that Oracle has still got the capability to pull off despite the high debt equity ratio. So that's a big positive for Oracle. Maybe that news can help it to stabilize a little bit above 195.81, which happens to be the support for today. So let's see how it goes. We need a lot of improvement in the market sentiment. We need some improvement in the MACD, and we need a whole lot of improvement in the momentum for Oracle. AMD is down 1.94%. It will move along with NVIDIA, and it also gets impacted by the news from Google chips with Meta. So all of those things are acting not only on Google, but also on NVIDIA and AMD. SMCI is down 2.04%. And we have Broadcom, which is moving in tandem with Google. Broadcom is down 1.87%, but if Google picks up, I would expect Broadcom also to pick up. For today, Broadcom is going to get support at 386.65. I'm going to mark that green. There are plenty of supports. I'll plot the next supports. If we fall down below this is a confirmed support, so the chances of us bouncing up is much higher than the chances of us breaking through the support. Palantir is down 1.76% in pre-market trade. It will definitely get a lot of support at 163.54 and then at 160.74, and it will get a good resistance today at 172.41. SMH is down 1.30%. It has got an impact on the index, but it will get a support at 344.52 today. Tempus AI is down 2.64%. Market sentiment is bearish, MACD is bullish, momentum is above average. So I still think that Tempus AI could potentially do a bull flag or a bullish pennant out here, but it's definitely under the influence of this bearish candle out here. So let us see what happens with Tempus AI, and let's go on to look at our genomics. Prime is down 2.88%. It's going to get a resistance at 3.86 and it will get a good support at 3.33. Intelia is down 1.67%. It should get some support at 8.61. Right now it's at 8.84. Overall, the chart is very weak. Caribou Biosciences is down 2.58%, but it's going to get good support at 1.84. Beam Therapeutics is down 1.70% in pre-market trades, and it should get some support somewhere around 22.36. Altimmune is down 3.04%, but it will get good support at 4.79. And then we have Editas, which is down 2.07%. It is supposed to get support at 2.36, and pre-market it's exactly at 2.36. So we'll see what happens. If it opens below this, then I think the bearish market sentiment and the weak momentum will have sway. Illumina is down 1.10%. I think it is still forming some kind of a pattern out here, which I would like to see, and it has a target of 151.55. CRISPR Therapeutics is down 1.48% in pre-market trade, and the earlier support at 53.20 happens to be a resistance for us. We are right now at 52.68. Our next support is going to be at around 50.38. Allogene is down 0.68%. It will definitely get a whole lot of support at 1.42. Grail is at 108.00 this morning in pre-market trades. I would like to believe that it's forming a bull flag out here. It's going to definitely get support at 95.57. It is tracking a target of 115.28. All systems go for Grail. PSEB is down 1.72%, but it will get a lot of support at 2.17. ARCG is down 1.96%, but I would like to believe it's creating a bullish pennant or a bull flag out here. I would like to watch what happens further. Vertex is down 0.94. It's on the diagonal line of support of a bull channel, and for today the support is going to be 426.34. Ginkgo Bioworks is down 3.56%. Our resistance is going to be 9.35, and our support is going to be 8.76. We have Precision, which is down 0.26%, but it will still get a support at 3.65. And Eli Lilly is down 1.11. I'm still not bearish. We'll have to see what pattern forms out here. I would like to see a few more candles before I make any decision out there. Ultragenics has got no trades pre-market, but it is firmly confirmed above the diagonal line of support out here. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of consolidation out here at the very least, because of the delta effect of the overall market. Otherwise, market sentiment is bullish, MACD is bullish, momentum is above average. All systems go for Ultragenics. That's all I have there for you, my friends. Let's go on to look at currencies, and let's look at Bitcoin USD, which has made a severe drop out here. And I was having this discussion with Hot Dog on Substack about what's happening here. And the theory that we discussed was whether we have all the big whales selling Bitcoin and getting out of it. But I'm thinking that there's probably a retirement cycle that is happening. Imagine somebody who bought Bitcoin decades ago for a song, and now they have been laid off, or they have had to retire because of age or whatever factor. And maybe this is a year when they don't have any income. So this is the point of time where they could sell the Bitcoin and book the profits and pay as less tax as possible. So those kind of people might be selling huge value of Bitcoin, even though it will be very small for them because they would have bought it for a much lower price. Imagine what Bitcoin would have cost maybe 2 decades or 3 decades ago. So I think that is what is happening. And the people who would end up buying are the new holders who would probably sell it after 2 or 3 decades, where the price will be much higher. And they are getting it much cheaper right now, even though the old holders who are selling at a much higher price, and they would be bagging millions of dollars in the process. So that's my feeling. The other aspect could also be that Japanese holders of Bitcoin might be selling and covering their shorts in Japan or something like that, or their borrowings in Japan. So those are the things that come to mind. So that's what I'm thinking. If you have any specific theories about Bitcoin, why it's going down, please put that in the comment section. Ethereum is also moving down in tandem with Bitcoin, and XRP is also moving down in tandem with XRP, with Bitcoin. I have a news flash here. It says XRP ETF stuns with demand surge as XRPC overtakes entire market, but I'm not seeing much of the effect on XRP USD. So it doesn't mean anything to me at this stage. Fortunately, we are still in the parallel channel. So for us, for XRP today, we are going to get a support at 1.9492 for XRP. So friends, that brings me to end of today's session. Institutional buying at this level, according to Glassnode. Yeah, institutions could buy and they could hold for a longer period of time. That's quite possible. I would subscribe to that, because somebody is definitely buying, or else the bottom would have fallen off totally. Somebody is definitely buying. So with that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now, and I'll see you soon.